Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome once again to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have for you my favorite 10 America the Beautiful quarters so far. Please remember to subscribe to our channel if you're interested in international coins, including U.S. coins. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. All right, so here's the pile of them, and let's pull them out because what I want to do is go through them one by one and tell you which are my favorites, from my 10th favorite to my most favorite. And my 10th favorite came out this year, and that is this particular coin with the duck on it and just a beautiful kind of scenery. And it is the Voyagers Park quarter. And if you look at this quarter, you can kind of see why I like it so much. Let's get it at a point where it doesn't shine quite so much as that. And it says Voyagers at the top, Minnesota, well, Voyagers right here, Minnesota at the left, and E Pluribus Unum at the right, and 2018 here. And geez, look at this duck. Look at the trees and the land coming down to the water and the trees back here in the water. It's just a beautiful coin. It came out in 2018, and it is probably one of the best examples. It has a reeded edge, and again, whenever you see the America the Beautiful quarters, you're going to see that it has George Washington on the front, United States of America, in God we trust, liberty, and the $quarter down here. Now, my next favorite quarter is the one that they made in 2013, which has the White Mountains of New Hampshire on it. Actually, the White Mountains extend a little bit into Maine, and this is, you can almost believe you're at a vista looking out across a little pond and up to, say, Mount Washington in the background. And you can see the trees and the lake and the woods coming up. These look a little bit like birch trees, which we have a lot of in Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont. The top says White Mountain. The left side says New Hampshire, right says E Pluribus Unum, and at the bottom here we see the year. Next in my number 7 favorite slot is the Shawnee. Now this just looks like it's real. We got a hawk up here, or an eagle. We have these rocks perched on top of each other. It's an Illinois scene, and I don't know that much about Illinois. I know that northern Illinois, I know that Illinois, people tell me, has some beautiful areas, but I have not visited Shawnee. So it's Shawnee, it's in Illinois, it's E Pluribus Unum, of course, and it's a 2016 coin, and that is my 7th favorite. My 6th favorite is, of the ones so far, I know we still have more to come, is the 2017 Effigy Mounds. I don't even know what this is. I mean, it just is very interesting. It's Effigy Mounds, it's in Iowa, and these are mounds shaped like animals. So we all know about Indian mounds and how they would mound things like shells or other materials, or else they would build like mounds that they use for burial mounds and other things. Well, this is the Effigy Mounds in Iowa, and it's a 2017 coin, and it just has an interesting look to it. And I just love how kind of not detailed it is. Next in the number 6 slot is one of my favorite places that I've ever been, and that is Arches National Park in Utah. And this arch is just a beautiful arch. So you can see it says Arches at the top, Utah on the left, 2014 in the middle, and E Pluribus on the right. And let's get a little bit more into this one, because when you look at this one, you realize just how detailed it is. I mean, you can see right through the arch to the mountains way behind. And somebody, whoever designed this, did a great, great job. And we're not going to talk about designers today. We're just going to go over my 10 favorites, but this is just a beautiful coin. So number 5 coming up. And number 5 is another one of the newer coins, and that's the Apostle Islands. I love kayaking, and this reminds me of some many spots, say on the Maine coast. But this is actually in Wisconsin on a lake. But the Apostle Islands, see how they have that little grotto that he can kind of go into? And look at the detail on the kayaker with his paddle, and he's kind of got it up. He's looking into the grotto to see what's in there. And then you can also see up ahead. And up ahead, you can see other islands. And so the Apostle Islands, that's my number 5. Apostle Islands, Wisconsin 2018, and the E Pluribus on that side. The number 4 of my favorite coins is a kind of a toss-up, but I'm going to put it in there as number 4 anyway. It could easily be anywhere in the top 4, even as high as number 1, and that's a Denali coin. The Denali coin with the with the sheep on it, with those amazing horns, with Denali in the background, with all the rocks here and the water and the trees, and how it just hangs up above you. And any of you who have ever been to Alaska or been out to Denali, which used to be called Mount McKinley, Denali is just an awe-inspiring place. And so at the top it says Denali, left it says Alaska, E Pluribus Unum, and to right in 2012. Now, this is a coin that's kind of close to my heart because I used to live in North Carolina, and this is the Blue Ridge Parkway coin from 2015. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so we get the whole thing. And this is, what my favorite part about this is you see the mountain laurels and the flowers. You see kind of the walls that they built during the Depression when they were building this, and how the road kind of winds. And you can actually see way down into the tunnel. And that's one of my favorite parts. I think you can actually see out the other side of the tunnel when you look through there. So it's again, tremendous detail. And those of you who are aware of some of the Depression era construction on roadways, say in Maine or the Blue Ridge or many of the other national parks, see how the tiles go through here, you know exactly what this is when you see it. And that's a Blue Ridge Parkway coin from 2015. And again, that says North Carolina on the left, and that's where it is. The last two are very, very hard to choose from. I chose for number 2, I chose Yellowstone. The Yellowstone coin is just beautiful. And you can see the geyser in the background. Here, see the geyser there. You can see the buffalo or bison in the foreground. You can see the mountains back there and the water coming through, where, you know, like under the hoofs. And it reminds you of Yellowstone when you see it, and it really gives a good idea what you're going to see if you go to Yellowstone. So again, Yellowstone, it's in Wyoming. The pluribus on this side, and it's a 2010 coin. And those of you who've seen some of the coins I've had so far notice that I seem to like the mountains a lot. And you won't be surprised at all, probably, that I picked Yosemite as my favorite coin so far. We're not through the end of 2018 yet, but you can see Yosemite, you can see the climbing wall here, California, E Pluribus Unum. This is the stream. I feel like I've stood in this spot and looked up here and watched people climb. And if we go in way deep, we see the wood laying there. We actually can see a little bit of rapids up here where the water flows through the rocks, and all the different kinds of trees. And so that's my favorite so far of all the America the Beautiful quarters. Hopefully we have a bunch more to come. I know we have a couple more to come this year in 2018, and I haven't seen all of those yet. But when we get them all in, I'll do another of my favorite or my top 10, and who knows, maybe it'll have changed by then. Thanks for watching the DC Coin World International Coin Channel.